What's up? What's up, YouTube? What is going on, everybody? Yep. It is 4:15 a.m. I've been up since 3, but my truck wouldn't start. Yeah, I shut the truck off last night because it was nice and cool. I get up this morning, like, well, I'll be leaving in about 30 minutes. Let me go on and start the truck up, and I got a and that was it. Luckily, I have jumper cables, and I pull a reefer trailer. Because what's on a reefer trailer? There's an engine on the front of it with a battery. So, I was able to jump it off. But that took a little bit of time. You know, time I got my jumper cables dug out and got them all hooked up, I had to sit here and let it charge for a minute. So yeah, by 4 o'clock I had it running, and yep. Now that I went inside to get my drink and all, and of course they have no Red Mountain Dew in there. None on the machine or in the cooler. I had one in my refrigerator, and that just went in my truck, in my cup. So hopefully that'll last me down to McCalla. Hopefully. But you don't know. Yeah. Alright, let's see what I need. I'm a little leery about turning lights on and shit because the damn batteries were dead. But I know the alternator works. Yep. Alright, so I'll get back with y'all here in a minute. Alright, folks, let's get out of here. It's time to go to work. And I will not be shutting this truck off no more until I get some new batteries. But you know, I don't know that batteries are bad. Normally, when the battery goes bad, that classic all lit up. Yeah, buddy, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anyhow, what I was trying to say before I got distracted by the classic. Normally, when you got a bad battery, you'll smell it. It'll smell like rotten eggs. And I don't have that rotten egg smell. But I don't know. You know, W9, look at that, purple. Yeah, buddy. Anywho. So I don't know if I got a bad battery or it just, I don't know. I don't know. I just know I won't be shutting the truck off no more for a whole night. So I was lucky to get it going this morning. Yep. I was sitting there scratching my head like, how am I going to get this thing started? I don't have no jump box. I do have jumper cables. And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Oh, then the reefer unit fired up. I said, that's what I do. I hook right to that bitch and go. Luckily, the cables I got, because the battery's on the right side of the reefer unit, and they're on the left side of my truck. So luckily, I got some real long cables. Yep. Anywho, alright. It's got pretty bad here. Damn sign laying on the ground. Not last night. That sign was down yesterday when I pulled in here, so it must have been the night before when all the bad storms was going around. Yep. Alright, here we go, folks. Getting on the big road. Time to truck it up. Let's go. Whoop, whoop. Truck it up. Alright, now we are headed south. Let's go. Alright, folks. Right up here is going to be the Alabama state line. Yep. About a half a mile we'll be in Alabama. Yeah. Right up there where you see them flashing lights. That's pretty much the state line. Well, just past them a little bit. That goes right there, the flashing lights. And right here's the state line. Welcome to Alabama, folks. Yep. We're now in Alabama. Let's go. Slow down in this construction. Alright. I'll get back with y'all here in a little bit. Well, we back in the rain, folks. Yep, it's raining. Which I knew it was coming because while I was up there working on the truck, trying to get it running, my phone kept saying rain in 18 minutes, rain in 15 minutes, rain. I was racing the rain to get this bitch started. But anywho, we're going. Alright, folks. Yeah, we're about 18 miles or so from 459. Yep. We're going to take that 459 around to I-20. And that's where we're going to stop and get fuel. And get drink. And all that good stuff. Yep. And then from there, we're either gonna ride out today. Yeah, the dude had his bright lights on, and he didn't want to turn them off. That's mighty nice of him, huh? Anywho, yeah. Alright, well, I'll get back with y'all when we get down here to 459. Alright, folks, here we are getting on the 459. They got all kind of construction going on there. Yeah, but we made it. We on 459 now. It is 33 miles to the fuel stop. And that section back there, all that construction was 45 miles an hour. So, yeah. But I didn't expect the lane to run out the way it did, and then they put us. Yeah, just weird the way all that happened. Alright, folks, we're about halfway across 459 now. Yep. About halfway across. We got 15 miles till we get to the truck stop. Alright, folks, alright. We're a mile away. A mile and a half away from being on I-20. So that'll put us about 2 miles away from the truck stop. Yep, we get there. It's kind of cool too, 54 degrees, so yeah. I'll have my jacket on for this fueling. Alright folks, here we are on the ramp for I-20. And we'll just stay with this lane. Instead of merging onto 20, we'll stay right in this lane and that'll take us right to our exit. So yeah. And it's too early. Yeah, I'm at 6 hours on my clock, so I got to be below 5 hours to take a 30-minute break. So yeah, it's still too early for that. But anywho, it is what it is. Yep. Of course, it's going to start raining. Let it rain. Let it rain, let it rain. Yep. I can't believe I had to jump the truck off this morning. I didn't even take a long break. That shit just blew my, when I got up. I mean, my truck, the last time I left it off all night, it was a little sluggish to start, but it started. This time it was roar, and it didn't start. Yeah. But anywho, alright, I'll get back with y'all when I get out of here. Alright, here we are, folks. Here we are. Yeah. Oh boy, look at that T600 right there, all lit up with the big studio sleeper. Oh yeah. Yes sir, that's what I'm talking about. And now, some people just amaze me. He's sitting there just to get the first pump. He's gonna sit there with this pump right here wide open. I don't get it. I don't get it, but oh well. Anywho, all right, folks. Now I'll get back with y'all. All right, folks. We got fuel. I got me a breakfast burrito. And now we getting back on the road. Yep. Well, it's definitely too early for the break. So yeah. I'm gonna eat my breakfast burrito. Damn, all them lights on that truck. That bitch got a lot of lights, even on the trailer. Watch. I'm gonna come up here. Even on the back of it and everything. You got lights everywhere. Alright, well, I'm eating my burrito, folks. I'll get back with y'all. Alright, folks. We have 38 miles to the state line. That's right, 38 miles. We'll be in Mississippi. Yep. Yeah, here are the Alabama State Police. Look at them in a blacked out Chevy truck. What a deal. Alright, folks. We got about a mile and a half to the state line here. So yeah, we make that cross into Alabama. Nope. I'm fixing to say Alabama. We in Alabama. We've been to cross into Mississippi. Yeah. Wake up, John. Wake up. Anywho, yep. Alrighty then. Now we got about 3/10 of a mile. And then once we're across the line, it is what, 4 or 5 miles over to the scale. And yeah. And look at that, got a full grown sitting right at the line. Oh, he just come out the middle. Is he going after somebody, or is that somebody just turning around? I don't know. Anyhow, right there, welcome to Mississippi, folks. Oh, it's only 1 mile up here to the scale. Oh yeah, it's the other side of Mississippi that it's like 7 or 8 miles from the line, yeah. The riverside, Mississippi Riverside. Yeah. Anywho, we're rolling on, folks, rolling on. Roll on, 18-wheeler. Roll on. Yeah, no, I was never a singer. Green light, green light, green light. Let's go, let's go. They're definitely open, so yeah. We got the green light. Whoop, whoop. Trucking up. Alright, folks, we're coming into Meridian. Yep, it's gonna be Meridian. And yeah, still got a little bit of rain, still got the dark clouds. So yeah, it is what it is. But up here on the other side of Meridian, those you've been watching for a while, y'all know, but I got some new subscribers, so yeah, let's explain this again. Right now we are on 2059. Which is I-20 and I-59 both running together. That's why it's called 2059. But right up here on the other side of Meridian, 20 and 59 separate. Well, right now we're going south and west at the same time. Because 59 runs north and south, and 20 runs east and west. So we're going south and west at the same time. And we just passed a sign that showed 59 south, 20 west. So we on both of that. But anyhow, right up here is where it splits. Folks, right here is going to be the split. Yep. Right here you see 59 goes south. That goes to New Orleans. 20 goes west to Jackson. Yep. So we keep on trucking up. Boop, boop. Let's go. This fool up here in that little white car is all over the road. See, he's over on the right side now. But he was just had half his car over in the left lane and then jerked it back to the right. I don't know. Making me a little nervous. Well, you know, I thought about going to Walmart, but for one, it's raining, and for two, I can't even cook a whole steak or nothing anymore without the damn air fryer cutting off. I think I know why now. I got a bad battery, I'm sure. That's why the damn inverter keeps cutting off. Got to be a bad battery, but I don't have that rotten egg smell that you can only get from a bad battery. So I don't know. But yeah, well, I'm on the outskirts of Jackson now. I was on the phone when I come into Jackson, so Yeah, I didn't bother getting on here because y'all can't hear nothing. But yeah, we're on the outskirts of Jackson now. We about made it through all the bumps. Now we just in the wavy section. One more good bump here at this bridge, I think, and that's about it. Yeah. Now it just gets wavy. But anywho, they are 43 miles from the state line. And yeah, look at the sky, it's still looking. Especially the closer I get to Louisiana, the colder it gets for one. It's down to 50 degrees. It was like, well, I don't know, it was like 60 this morning. Yeah, I mean, it was cold this morning too when I stopped and got fuel, but yeah, it ain't warmed up at all, none today. It stayed right around 50. I think the lowest I've seen so far is 48. But the highest is right now 52, 51. It bounces back and forth. So yeah. Mother Nature is she's bipolar. Don't know what she wants. Oh well, excuse me folks. Anyhow, yeah. I wish she'd make up her mind. But it's all good. I know one thing though, I will not be sleeping with the truck turned off tonight. If I do turn the truck off tonight, I will hook jumper cables from my battery to my reefer unit just to keep my batteries charged on the truck. So where I can start it up in the morning. But I don't want to go through all that shit, so I just won't shut the truck off. Daughter, it did. Anywho, alright, I'll get back with y'all in a little bit. I just got the red light for a scale that is closed. Been closed for over a year. Go figure. Evidently, they got the pre-pass on for the eastbound side and they're red lighting people right now. Anywho, all good. We're 9 miles from the line, folks. 9 miles. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. 4 miles now, folks. 4 miles to the state line. Let's go. Oh, there we are. We come around this corner. We'll be crossing over that mighty Mississippi River. Yeah. Oh. And then halfway across the river, we'll be in Louisiana. Yep. Oh, the water's come way up since yesterday or the day before when I come through here. Man, look at it roaring down there. Yeah, that water is moving. It's definitely the mighty Mississippi today. Yeah, buddy. Alright, well, right there. Welcome to Louisiana, folks. Yep, we're down in Louisiana. Let's go. Alright. I'll use a picture of that bridge there for my thumbnail. I ain't used that yet, I don't think. Anywho, alright folks, well, I'll get back with y'all in a bit. Well, the scale's open. What do we get? We got a green light, folks. Let's go. Hey, folks, this is Tallulah, Louisiana. There's one exit here for this town, and this is it. They have 2-3 truck stops. Yeah, there's 2 big ones and then 1 little one over here on the right side. Then you got a Love's and a TA on the left. But anywho, we're moving right along. We're gonna make it into Texas today. Probably we got 4 hours on the clock. We'll probably make Kilgore. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking anyways. Just keep on plugging along. Whoop, whoop, let's go. Oh, there's a couple of the creeks that I normally see, you know, these little creeks through here that normally you can step over. I mean, they're little creeks. You can walk across, step over it. Today, they're rivers. They are flowing rivers. They ain't no stepping over them today. I'll show y'all the next one I come to. I done went over two that usually are creeks. Now they rivers right now. Alright, folks. Yep. Here we are at this place again. Y'all see what I'm talking about? There it is, there it is. Yep. We in Rayville, Louisiana, folks. Rayville, Louisiana. Sun is shining, oh boy. First time I've seen it in 2 days. Ain't it great? Yeah, temperature done come up to 56, 57 degrees. What a deal. And we are coming into Monroe, folks, Monroe, Louisiana. Hey, folks, here we are in Monroe. Yep, Monroe, Louisiana. I got a log truck right on my back door, but shit, what am I supposed to do? Run up on? No, I'm not. I'm leaving my space. Yep. Yeah, he just had to ride my back door. I'll give him some Jake brake. Although you can't hear it, but yeah, Jake brake sets off the brake lights. Anywho, here is the Ouachita River. Now we're going into West Monroe. Yep. Alright, folks. I'll get back with y'all in a few. Oh, such a gloomy day. Turning out to be such a beautiful day. Yep. What a deal. We're still, oh yeah. Where are we at? We at the 105, so yeah, we still about 2.5, 3 hours from stopping. It is 1:20 right now, so by 3:30, 4 o'clock, we will be finding somewhere to park. But by then, we'll be in Texas. And like I said, it'll probably be Kilgore. It'll either be Van or Kilgore, one of the two. But, anywho, I'm back with y'all here in a bit. See right here, folks, normally a creek. Right now is a river that is flowing all the way over to here, which is now a river. That's only one of the half dozen. Yeah, we got some construction through here, and they are working the construction. I just seen 2 cops had people pulled over, so yeah, better mind my P's and Q's through here. Yeah, here's another one of them creeks. It's turned into a river. All the woods out there, you can't see it in the camera, but all through the woods out there is full of water too. Like the only high land right here is the highway. Everything on either side of the highway is wet, underwater. Yes sir, yes sir, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that was one of them old 567 heavy hauls. Yeah, buddy, he got a bunch of extra axles and everything. Big balloon steer tires, extra axles, yeah. That truck, that's what that truck's meant for. The 567s, that's what they meant for. Alright folks, right up here is going to be the 220 bypass around Shreveport. Yeah. They still have us detouring. Yeah, right here. Here's the sign that says you. Yeah. That wasn't the right sign. That was about a ramp being closed. Right here's the sign. It says I-20 closed to all commercial traffic. Yeah. So until that sign's moved, I can't go through Shreveport. I got to take 220. Tired of no boring ass 220. I want to go through Shreveport. But anywho, it is what it is. Yep. Here we are, folks. This is 220. And the reason why I'd much rather go straight, this way is 4 miles longer. I know in the grand scheme of things, 4 miles ain't, but still, it's adding 4 miles to my trip. You know what I'm saying? I'd much rather not add the 4 miles of my trip. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, it is what it is. Alright, well, I'll get back with y'all over here. Let's see what comes first. The Red River, yep, the main Cross Lake. Red River, folks, and boy, is it overflowed right now. Yeah, it's way up. It's up a lot higher than it's been. Alright folks, right up here is Cross Lake. Yep. There's a sign right there that says Cross Lake. But yeah. This is gonna be the lake. And it looks like normal. I don't know if there's a dam on this lake or not to keep it at a certain level, because it always stays at the same. Oh, that was a sweet pea. It always stays at the same level anyhow. Yep. Anywho, we're about 15 miles from being in Texas, folks. 15 miles from Texas. We still got 2 hours on the clock, so we're doing good. All right, folks. Here we are getting back on I-20. Yep. See, the sun's on the dash. That's why the phone's in my hand, folks. Don't get carried away. It don't stay in my hand. Anywho, yep, once we make this turn, then we're 11 miles from the state line. Alright folks, yep, we're coming up on the state line now. Yep. A little over a mile. But we're getting there. Slowly but surely we're getting there. what sucks, I got 2 hours and 10 minutes on the clock. And to get to Dallas to the yard is 2 hours and 50 minutes. So I'm 40 minutes short of making it all the way. But it is what it is. It's all good. Scale is closed. That's good too. Yep. And just past the scale here is going to be the state line. Yeah, and I got a whole shit pile of cars behind me, so as soon as I get past this truck and this next car, I got to get over and let all these people behind me go. There's about 6 people behind me right now. But hell, I've been passing for the last, ever since I come off of 220, I've been in the left lane passing people. You know, and I wanted to get the truck washed there in Freeport, but yeah, I was in the wrong lane when I come up on it. I was in the wrong lane, so yeah, it is what it is. Anywho, right up here gonna be the state line, folks. I'm surprised none of them cars behind me tried to come around me yet. But you'll see the sign right here in the middle, right there. Welcome to Texas, folks. Welcome to Texas. Yep. We're going to the 587 probably. We're at the 635, so 13 and 35, so 48 miles. 48 miles, and we'll be stopping. It figures I wanted to get that flat top in front of me right there. And when I went to get it, my phone froze up on me, so yeah. Man, he's got the, it's like the legendary gray, I would say, or silver, legendary silver. There's a lot of metallic in the legendary paint, that's why I'm saying that is. The legendary silver flat top Peterbilt with the 7-inch stacks, what it looks like. Yeah. It was pretty sweet, but yeah, my damn phone froze up on me. All right, folks. This is gonna be our exit coming up here. Yep. This is gonna be our exit right here. We're gonna call her a day. That'll leave 137 miles to do in the morning. Yep. So yeah, let's just be done for today. I ain't got enough time to make it all the way. I'm 40 minutes short, so I may as well just stop. Yep. Alright, I'll get back with y'all when I get on in the truck stop. What's today, Monday? What do they have in here to eat on Monday? I think it's the chicken Alfredo. Or the chicken spaghetti. I don't know. I'll find out when I get in here. Alright. Oh. Well, they had the chicken spaghetti in there. I just had that 2 nights ago. I was done with the chicken spaghetti. I wanted something different. So I ended up with some corn dogs and french fries. Good boy. Oh boy, look at the lineup of trucks over here. Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Look at that. And the yellow one with the flames. That's the old school. The old school truck. Look at that. All right, folks. Well, yeah, that's going to end it for today's video. If you made it this far, thanks for watching TTVE. For you new subscribers, that's to the very end. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.